Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a general reading for the sign of Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Capricorn, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, the information regarding that can be found in the About section of my YouTube page, and I thank you so much in advance. Capricorn, I hope that you are doing well. I just wanted to show you the beautiful crystal that I chose for this series of general readings. It's a ruby tower. It's semi-polished, it's pretty polished, but there are these beautiful druzy pockets, these kind of natural formations, and I chose this because I just wanted these readings to be extra juicy, as the word I keep using because it reminds me of like a raspberry, but I just wanted there to be a kind of I don't know how I can describe it, but like a sultry energy, and it's not sexual or anything, it's just I wanted to feel cozy in these readings, and this is probably my favorite color, and I just wanted to give that energy to all of you to kind of tuck in for some tarot. I'm going to be using the Elemental Oracle for the overall energy and the Light Seers for your tarot reading. So, cards have been pre-shuffled for Capricorn, please, Spirit, for Capricorn. What do you have for Capricorn's overall energy? Thank you. So, it's number 36, which reduces to a 9, which is the Hermit card. So you could be feeling a little bit in self-imposed isolation at this time to kind of gather your thoughts. The word is electricity, and the word above it is wildness. There, wildness. Such a, you know, I was gonna say beautiful freedom, but Spirit corrected me and said surrender. Surrender. Surrender to what will be, to what energies are meant for you, coming in for you, meant to electrify, kind of light the fire under your, you know what. It's her hand movement is interesting because it reminds me of like dancers' hands. It seems like very deliberate, and there's something about the hands. It almost looks like the gesture of casting off, like letting go of something, and it's almost as if to, sorry, I just got really itchy on my left temple. So there could be something that you're like, you know, when people touch their temples, there's a card in this deck where there's a character just kind of doing this. I think it's the 5 of Swords. So we'll see if that card comes out, but it's almost like you have to, or you're in this process of unburdening yourself so that you can release attachment and kind of usher in this new energy. It's this new life force. And perhaps you're going through that casting off, surrendering process in the dark night of the soul, which is what the Hermit card references, right? The Hermit card goes into a space of isolation so that they can undergo spiritual ascension and awakening. 4 cards for the base spread, 4 cards for clarifier, past, present, future, and advice from Spirit. Wow, too many, Spirit. Probably 20 cards just fell out of my hand, but I cannot take all 20. It's too many. Yeah. All right, 8 cards. Okay, Spirit wants me to look at the bottom of the deck. 9 of Swords. So, not so much this, but like a whole covering of the face. 9 of Swords is air energy, and it talks about nightmares, not being able to sleep, tremendous amount of worry and chaotic thoughts circling around you. You know, I just went to the park today. With my mom, and I noticed in particular, number one, there were a lot more birds talking than I've ever experienced at the park, at that particular park. It was noticeable or notable how much the birds were talking. And on several occasions, I saw birds fighting amongst each other. They were becoming very territorial. So that's now coming into your reading. Perhaps you are fighting against some nighttime demons, is what Spirit wanted me to say, that you perceive, which could just be your own worries. In the past energy, you got the King of Wands, clarified by the 5 of Wands in reverse. So this I like, because in the past energy, you know, okay, I'm going to say that in the past energy, you really were working on not only your abundance and your creativity, but also a general presence. That there's such a, King of Wands has such a presence about them. It doesn't have to be, I mean, it's a divine masculine, but it doesn't refer to gender, just energy. That there's a stateliness. There's a stateliness to your presence lately. People perceive you, or did perceive you in a state of control. Internally, you may have overcome a 5 of Wands situation, which talks about kind of fighting against yourself, fighting maybe competition with others to kind of reach the top, but I don't see it as competition with others. I mean, you may be competing with others, but that's not the thing that like keeps you up at night. It's your own sense of accomplishment that, you know, it's like, what do I have to show for it, is the expression that's, I feel like somebody just said. But the King of Wands stands very tall. King of Wands is a determined person who knows what they want and is not shy about going after what they want. Can I have a clarifier for the King of Wands? What was it that we went after? What did Capricorn go after? 2 of Swords. That's interesting. 2 of Swords can talk about stagnancy and confusion. It is almost like you went after some answers. So it wasn't a particular object or objective other than trying to discern the truth of a situation. Because again, it's the squawking in either ear. It's being all wrapped up and tethered, and it just feels very messy and confusing. You just want to cast it all off. So it's almost like you were very determined to get to the truth of a matter. I'm going to pull one more because I feel a little nosy on that one. This may have to do with a relationship. I'm not sure. Yeah. Well, what did you discover after you went after the truth to discern what was going on in a situation, whatever it was? And it's going to be different for everyone. Spirit's not exactly telling you what it was, but whatever it was, it completely rocked your foundation. It kicked you onto your backside, caught you off guard, dismantled everything, maybe. It's already happened. This is past energy. The Tower card in the Major Arcana. Number 16 representing Scorpio and Aries energy. So you may be dealing with really intense fire sign. Doesn't have to be, but it's referenced here. They may have it in their chart in prominent placements. So their moon, Venus, or rising. You know, sometimes I really hate this card because I really love animals, and this idea that here are all of these butterflies and this little squirrel, it's like they're the innocents. They're the innocents, Spirit wants me to say. I just heard, like, you can do everything right as a person and treat people right and still have to deal with energy like this. And you might be asking yourself, why? Right? What is the lesson? Why did I have to learn it quite like this? For some, get that amazing synchronicity. Can't deny it, can you? I can't. You can do whatever you want, but I can't deny it. I'm reluctant to say what I am being told to say, but for some people, not for all, you have to lose everything to appreciate what you have. I don't want to accuse you of that kind of mentality, but sometimes, I mean, I've certainly experienced that. You know, now I hear it, either Amy Grant or Joni Mitchell singing, but you don't know what you got till it's gone. They paved paradise and put up a parking lot, right? Leveling. They paved paradise and put up a parking lot. It's this, okay, having to rebuild. What are you rebuilding? And I think that's what you're trying to discern right now. Everything was dismantled, and now it's kind of surrendering to it and figuring it out where you stand in the present energy. Hardest card in the tarot, Three of Swords. I don't mean to be a bummer, Capricorn, but I'm just taking a temperature on somebody's energy. Five of Cups. I mean, whatever you're going through right now, it's, to say it's a bummer is a radical understatement. Like, I kind of can't stand both of these cards because it means that some Capricorns out there are just going through it. Heartbreak, heartache, loss, grief, feeling forlorn, feeling like I almost want to say that if you feel as though you need to have someone to help you with your mental health, then please don't hesitate to ask for help. Like, I see depression, right? But it's just an energy I'm picking up on. Like, it's agonizing, but the card is in the upright, so it means that you're trying to work through that heartbreak and disappointment. Could have been betrayal of some kind, right? And like this idea that seems like all of the cups, the emotions, are just washing down the drain. That's not true though, because there's still two cups that remain. Two cups is divine partnership, especially when it's between you and your higher self, you and your soul. Remember, I referenced the Hermit card with the 36 reducing to a 9. I referenced the dark night of the soul. It's precisely in moments when things have totally imploded that we go through dark nights of the soul. And we release the things from the past. What is this 3 of Cups? Wow. Wow. Another 5, that's 2 5s. 5 of Pentacles. 5 of Pentacles is the feeling of being cast out and left behind. Being alienated and isolated, but you got this card in reverse to clarify this card. It's almost like whatever is on the other side of that locked door, it's not that that interests you anymore because you know it's not good for you. But it still hurts. But you're not craving it anymore. If you've watched any of my readings, you know that I hate 5s. I hate them because it's limbo energy. But we have to pass through the 5s to get to our victories, our revelations. We have to take that journey through the in-between and come out the other side, hopefully a more well-rounded, experienced, wiser person. But this current energy is very difficult right now. It's almost as if you feel like you're just being blown open. Like the ego is it's an ego death. Like however you thought your identity in this life was designed, it's being cast off in favor of something from spirit, something new. So like when I went through my dark night of the soul and I discovered all of these clair abilities, I mean, I always had the clair abilities, but they weren't acknowledged in a conscious way. But when I you know, during my dark night of soul, I found out that I was a twin flame and all this stuff. I'm still me. I'm still me, but the version of me from before my spiritual awakening is in the past. And the newer version of me is sitting in front of you today. So you're still you. You're just a more seasoned version of you. In the future potential, 4 of Swords in the reverse. The rest and recuperation, right? We move from the 3 to the 4, so that shows me progression. It is in reverse though. Ace of Wands in reverse. Aces bring new from spirit, new opportunities, new chances. This is future energy. These cards are both in reverse, which indicates to me that there might be a little bit of impatience. I feel impatience with this card because normally it's like we're gonna just take a time out. We're gonna get the much needed rest that we are craving, our bodies, our souls are craving, right? But it's almost like in the reverse, it feels impatient. Like, when is this period gonna be over? Because I just wanna have my new beginning. But Spirit is almost saying that, like, Spirit is giving me the phrase, move slower to go faster, right? Have you ever heard that? It's something that I teach. You know, I lead teams at work, so it's something that I really kind of hammer into my teams, which is the faster you go, the more details you're going to miss, the more haphazard your work, and in a way you're almost working against yourself because you weren't careful from the start. You were impatient. So Spirit is kind of saying, slow your roll, slow down, because if you don't, you're not going to be able to grab onto this new beginning anyway. You wouldn't know what to do with it because you're not in the headspace to receive. So it's best to rest. Like, what does that look like practically? Take a vacation, connect with family and friends that you haven't seen in a long time, engage in self-care, have a sleep regimen where you go to bed the same time every night, things like that. Can I have a clarifier on the Four of Swords in the reverse? Yeah, look, so double four, Four of Cups, and the Sun card in the reverse. Look how colorful this palette is. So much rainbows and vitality. Four of Cups talks about apathy. It talks about looking at the three cups on the ground and like wondering, when is it going to be my turn for new friendship, new love, new energy to flow into my life. I asked for a clarifier on this impatience. And Spirit is saying you're becoming impatient and you don't see what's right in front of you. Like, you can't see the abundance, you can't see the warmth, because you're not in the right headspace for it. And you won't be in the right headspace until you're in the right headspace, right? It's going to be different for everybody. Like, I can't tell you, oh, in exactly 4 weeks, you're going to have this grand epiphany from Spirit, and your entire life is going to change. It could happen. I don't think so. It's just a process. And as you live with gratitude day to day, it's like all of a sudden you're going to realize how beautiful your life is, right? But it doesn't feel like that right now, because we have to work through this energy first. What's advice from Spirit? Ace of Pentacles, Eight of Swords. So remember, we saw the Nine of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Spirit is showing me my cat Luna. When she's still very squeamish. We've had her for a year, and I still haven't really been able to pick her up. She had a lot of trauma as a kitten, wherever she was. She's very squeamish, and Spirit just showed me Luna backing up, like backing away from something, because I thought about the Nine of Swords that you got in the beginning of the reading to the Eight of Swords. So backing out of this nightmare energy, backing out of this anxiety, to unraveling all of these things that bind us, so that our hands are free to receive new opportunity. Could be a new job, new chance at planting the seed and growing something new, a new business. What is the Ace of Pentacles in reference to, Spirit? Thank you. Wow, double eights. Eight of Cups in reverse, Queen of Pentacles. Wow. So it's notable because, like, there are 4 columns on my table, right? You got 2 5s, 2 4s, 2 8s. So 5 5 4 4 8 8. Be on the lookout for those numbers. Could be signals from your spirit guides that you're moving in the right direction. 8 of Cups is a card of movement. Usually it's movement away, but in the reverse, it's movement towards a homecoming. So you could be returning to the place of your birth, or another way to look at that is you're finding it hard to move on. If there's a new opportunity being presented to you, Spirit is saying that it's okay to reevaluate what direction you're moving into, because this is the potential of what awaits you, which is Queen of Pentacles. Finally, this place of stability, financial stability, stability in your family and home life. See how calm she looks? I'm always noting in this particular card how calm she looks. Just, and also confident, even though her eyes are closed. Like, how would I know? It's her body language. It's like, look at what I have to show, you know, for being in gratitude and high vibration. Spirit has blessed me. It's almost like that's what she's saying. Spirit has blessed me. That's what they want to do for you right now, Capricorn. I'm going to ask for one more card to close out the reading. One more card to describe this electricity. What is it that you want Capricorn to walk away with? Yeah, protect your energy. 7 of Wands. Again, this character, the eyes closed, but really serene. Right? You're going to get through this, Capricorn. It's tough right now, but Spirit is showing me don't lose hope. Don't lose your centeredness, your confidence in who you are and what you stand for. People may try to poke at your boundaries, and you're not going to allow them. You're going to stay in this state of inner calm. That's the ticket. That's the ticket to everything, right? See that light coming from, it's almost like this craziness hits you, but by the time you're through, it's like nothing can touch you. So that's your reading, Capricorn. It was a heavy one, and I wish you luck going through it right now, but keep the faith, especially in yourself. If this reading resonated, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, Capricorn.